So we had this really difficult match with Argus that I just played with, using Argus. We are playing against a rather alright team. The only thing they don't have is a marksman. But overall, they have a rather good combination. They had Jawhead, Dyrov, Lancelot, Franco, Angela. If they play properly, they would have won. And actually, my team was a bit screwed up because I was supposed to be a jungler. But at the start of the game, the Freya wasn't really cooperating very well. In fact, the Freya I guess it was the one that really messed up the whole tempo of the game. Not only did he fail to farm properly, I think at the bottom lane they kept dying, and as a result, our game, I saw the game gradually fall, like slipping away from our hands. But you can see how I jungle lah. Normally when I jungle, I like to start at this corner, at the enemy crypt, where this is the last place. Usually, most enemies will not be anticipating this, and you'll be quite comfortable jungling this first enemy crypt because the enemies will be busy trying to deal with their own lanes at the very start of the game, so they don't have time to come and disturb you. Another very good thing that you notice is the fact that you can actually quite easily play this jungling style because people will not come for you uh, uh, at the very start of the game, at least at the start lah. But yeah, let's see how it goes. This game is really screwed up at the start. We already we have Freya dying, and yeah, you can see how difficult it is to play this game. You have Franco and Angela roaming. Actually, they did a smart thing to let Angela and Franco roam, running around, man. And not necessarily it's horrible because at the bottom lane our our tank died at the tower. That is fucked up. Sorry, don't use the word, don't use the effort, but that is really a really bad outcome. Damn, all of them were doing quite well actually. So you can see, even I also died, and I told them not to feed, but I myself also, you'll see later, I will die a few more times. And honestly, this is not a very good game for me. So actually, our goal was lagging. Right? You can see that we are getting 5,000 plus in total goal. Enemy is getting 6,000 plus. They are snowballing actually, and snowballing quite well. The scary thing is when, yeah, if you have played games before with Derov, with Jawhead, you do not want them to snowball. Yeah, I mean Lancelot too. If they start snowballing, you will be in extreme trouble. There is no way you can stop a rampaging Derov or Lancelot and Jawhead. Combination of all three heroes being very well fed. So yeah, look at this. We are seeing a situation where okay, the Freya did quite somewhat well, but in the end still died. And there's me at the bottom lane trying my best. And I only barely managed to drag Franco down with me. So you can see by now the enemy had 8 kills, my team only has 2. And they are busy like farming and stuff like that, and I don't know what they are doing now, but they are just not really pushing much. And it can't make sense that we don't push that much because this what's the point of pushing when they got the turtle too. So it's horrible because now my team has 2 deaths, 8,000 plus goal. The enemy has no, two kills only. Enemy has 8 kills, 12,000 goal. To give credit, I think Veil played quite well, but that's also only because this is like 3v1 or 3v2 bottom lane, and after that you will see that okay, seems to be fine. I try my best to push because someone has to push. If nobody pushes the lane, nobody applies pressure, then we cannot expect to actually play the game. Our MM and Mage actually played quite well. I think if not for them, we would have lost. But we had a rather good MM Mage combination. But it doesn't mean that they don't die lah. I just died. I tried to 1v1. Not 1v1. I didn't want to 1v1 because if you notice, by now Lancelot is level 8. I'm only level 5. Yeah. Why am I such a low level? It's very simple. I'm a jungler. If you don't notice in ML, once you hold a jungling item, right, you get less gold and less experience, if I'm not wrong, from killing like the creep in the lane. So you end up getting less experience on lane minions. That's why jungling is it's so important to have a proper team combination, and your team basically has to be very clear who is doing what role. The people who are not jungling shouldn't be stealing from the jungler. The people who are the roles they are playing, like for example, if you're assassin and you need to jungle, you jolly well get a jungling item. Yeah, because you need the buff, you need all these things. You shouldn't be doing stupid things like being an assassin and then you choose not to jungle. You let a tank do the jungling job or a fighter do the jungling job when you're looking for a buff. Because the thing is that it does affect the entire combination of the game. When you don't have enough jungling, when you are not jungling properly, right, what happens is that you end up screwing up the whole team. Yeah. And in my case, I was supposed to be a jungler, but Freya keeps taking up the jungling role. I don't understand what the hell Freya is doing actually. Instead of trying to push the lane and maintain the lane, then leaving the creeps for me. I just spend time farming for no apparent reason and not contributing much to the game actually. If you notice, it's 1-3-0 and 1-4-0, but most of the time the team fights happen without Freya. Freya doesn't do shit, man, for most part of this game. Instead, you notice that the one that does a lot of work is actually Tigreal. The Tigreal. Tigreal really is the one that had been helping and to take care of the teammates. So it is quite screwed up because here, look at this. While we're here, right, Jawhead is having a free farm, enjoyable time taking down the tower. And we are actually not doing anything. We are just basically trying to, I have no illusions that I'll be able to kill Jawhead. I just do that to scare him only. There is almost zero chance to kill Jawhead. Right now, look at the situation now. We are 5-16. We have 5 kills, enemies have 16 kills. Lancelot is level 11. My team, the highest level is level 8. Now Lancelot is level 12. And everyone else, the enemy team has level 12 followed by 4 level 9s. My team has 3 level 8 followed by 2 level 7s. I honestly don't see how we can win this game at this point, but somehow we won it. Later you'll see why we end up winning. But I think it's through a combination of learning to play smart and not waste your time with teammates that are quite dumb. But by doing that, what I mean is that it doesn't mean that I throw the game and things like that. But I try to do things to invest my time in the game. For example, this instead of going mid to sacrifice myself, right? I spend more time focusing on I spend my time playing safe. I make sure that I don't feed too much. As you can see now, everyone is taking turn to feed. All of us has like 4 to 3 to 4 deaths. In a losing game, most of the time, the frontliner is the one, meaning that the melee heroes are the one that will die even more than the range heroes. It is normal. But it becomes a problem when you die a lot more than the rest. Like say the rest are having like 4 deaths and you're like 8 deaths. Basically, you're way above the average in terms of number of deaths. Then it becomes a huge issue. Okay, so this is an interesting outcome. I think it was at this point we managed to clear Lancelot, and that kind of like that is probably the turning point in the game because uh, uh, yeah, and I think it was really very good with the help of a relatively, I wouldn't say very well farmed. We are not very good, but we still managed to do something. So you can see what I never tried to purposely follow the whole team. I did lah, but that's after I managed to clear all the creeps, and because I know Jawhead can't solo a tower, right? So my focus is really about trying to ensure that we are pushing and all the lanes are getting are putting pressure. Yeah. So yeah, you notice my next stop is actually to go to the bottom lane. Although Freya is already handling it, so I went back to heal. This is the screw up part. I think they all think that they, I think they were too enthusiastic about this, and as a result, they almost died, or rather they all died lah. Basically, I think it was a suicide attempt. Yep, all died. Now it's left with Freya and me. The interesting part is that I think our little skirmish somewhat helped, and we managed to level up because of that. And in some situations, we even managed to win. Maybe not. Okay, so right now we have four level 10s and one level 9. The enemy team has level 15, uh, two level 11s, three level 11s and two level 12. Basically, they are still ahead of us. Look at our goal difference. We are around 30,000. They have 37,900, which is around 38,000. And now the gap is 9. We have 9 kills. They have 26 kills. It is extremely difficult to win the game. I tell you, it's hardcore, man. The fact that our tower isn't going down is a miracle. But I think that also is because we have rather good judgment in our team. I mean Freya is not that good. It's pretty obvious that he's very good at fighting but not very good at doing other things. Yeah. But yeah, the enemy actually do some weird dumb things that like which I have been telling many people, don't do things like tower dive, don't do things like jumping to people's base. Um, I think the enemy also made a very huge mistake. They could have been spending time um taking our lot and things like, but they didn't. So instead they give us a lot of time to push. You notice I'm solo pushing top, while they are like at the bottom lane trying to fight lah. And I think it helps a lot because I was given not a lot of pressure. I was given a lot of free space to push, and I really tried to push because pushing towers are so important. It gives you so much go. So now you notice just now it was 6-20. No, it was um 9-26, I think, around there. Yeah, we had 9 kills, they had 26 kills, right? Right now we have 10 kills and they have 27 kills. Okay, it just ended 10-28. But you notice the goal lead, it was 10k, but now the goal lead had reduced to 9k. Soon you're reduced by a little bit more if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Yeah. So this is me trying my best. I still try my best. I tell it's really a tough game, man. And I died. I died here. I think it's just impossible to live. And we died again. Thankfully, our tank didn't die. Although our tank by right should be helping us, but never mind. At the very least, I think our 3 main towers are still surviving. I think that's the main thing. The problem with the enemy is they had the advantage, but they didn't push their advantage. They spent too much. They wasted too much opportunity farming and doing whatever shit they want. Look at them. They're like spending. Okay, at least they got pushed, but just now they're just spending their time getting buffs instead of killing lot or pushing or stuff like that. So I'm still dead. such a difficult game. Yeah, so now the gap is 11-31. This is the worst gap ever. Now the difference is like 20. Yeah, they have 20 kills more than us. The good thing though is they have slightly less than 10,000 gold more than us, and at this point in time we are starting to complete our items also. Remember, 10,000 is like the 10,000 gold is like a very important benchmark. Once you hit around 10k gold, you can be quite prepared to um, do something for an enemy or the enemy, right? Yeah. So we tried, and I tell you, damn, I realized that we don't have. I died here. It was far. It was really stupid. But there is. We just simply don't have enough gold to do farming. And if you look at our items, for me, my focus was on damage. So that's why my items were. I don't have any lifesteal items at this point in time. Instead, I focus on the critical. Because you look at my enemies, there's a tank, but the tank is usually all very fragile. Yeah, Franco is not like a super strong tank, and we have people like D-Roth, Lancelot, can quickly take them down if you go for the critical build. Yeah, meaning that we buy all the high critical damage build. So now we know that they will contest lot. Yeah, definitely by this time, if nobody lots, something is wrong. So um, what do we do? The funny thing is, I saw Freya went in and tried to do something, and of course I also appear. I think that the important part is this: I managed to go in along with the rest of people. I think you have the tank, Tigreal, and all the rest lah. They help a lot. They didn't manage to, yeah, and it was good. So I actually wanted to get heal. Then I realized, wait a minute, I have low health, but I have retribution, and someone needs to take over the thing. So I quickly retributed and used my skill, and yeah. Once I hit there, quickly go head back to base because I am very concerned about the top lane. Yeah. So I went straight to push the top lane, and I continued pushing. I'm very concerned actually about the marksman soloing the bottom because you just need a hook from Franco and the marksman will die. So this really requires us to be intelligent. You notice that the difference between us and the enemy is the fact that the enemy is too they do not take advantage of any like opportunities when they wasted too much of their time farming instead of fighting and doing it. And if you want to if you want to steal the enemy buff, but you should be spending your time pushing, getting lot, and doing all those things. So what they failed to do, we end up doing, and because of that, we end up now at a slightly more advantageous situation. Of course, we are still not as good as the rest. You notice that at the end of it, only at the end, I think Lancelot managed to clear all of us, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Yep. It was extremely difficult. The Freya, but I think good for Freya. This one I have to give props to Freya. He managed to kill Lancelot. She managed to kill Lancelot. Although he still died. And now they are in trouble because they are trying to defend their base. They didn't push when they had a chance, and I think they made a dumb thing of trying to rush and fight us at the tower just now when they had a chance instead of fighting us outside. Yeah. So they did give 1 or 2 free kills to us at our tower. Overconfident. The towers are much more stronger than what I give them credit for now in this game. Yeah. So, okay. This is me. It's okay, I take the buff. Yeah, because I rather take it than to let the enemy steal it. So this is me. I go straight. I honestly didn't know that Jawhead is there. Well, when I played that just now, I really didn't know, but I had my ulti on, so I'm not that worried actually. In fact, I'm raring to kill Jawhead. I'm not afraid. By this stage in the game, honestly, I'm not that worried about. I have bought my lifesteal item already, and I'm actually ready to hit the lot anytime. But of course, remember, the important thing is to protect your damage dealer. So I quickly do my best to protect. Okay, I didn't manage to do so, but I do my best. I tried to protect. Yeah. And actually, there's also a time to run. So I try my best to protect the MM. And of course, now they are all in the base, dealing nothing. I was trying to get a quick heal. And they were in trouble because this is the stage of the game where they are supposed to be protecting. Right? We managed to kill Franco also. So now not only Lancelot is left. This is the most critical part. Because Lancelot didn't do anything, well, it's too late for them. So it's quite interesting actually. Later let's see the goal and at the end of the game. Okay, so the game ended with this. We have 25 kills, they have 39 kills. So they have 14 kills more than us. The game lasted until 21 minutes. By this time, everyone has above 10k goal. So we managed to stretch the game out all the way until the late game. So you notice that once a goal passes a certain threshold, I would say once every member has around 11,000 goal onwards, it's more than enough to change the entire course of the game already. And the important thing to note is the total goal of each team, right? Uh, of course, overall we somehow at the later stage of the game, we managed to balance out. We were lagging by almost 10,000 goal. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, I remember lah. Like there was a point where we were 38,000 and they were 38,000. We were like they were 39,000. We were like 28,000 or something like that. Or we were like we were like 30,000 only. But I still managed to close the gap. Let's look at in terms of the tower damage. This time we have to give it really to a marksman. Our marksman really helped a lot. But honestly, I think the Freya played quite well also towards the later half of the game. Especially just now the game changer when I managed to kill Lancelot despite a 1v3 scenario. I will say that I didn't play that well for this stage of the game. But this is the scary power of Argus. Even though you didn't play very well, right? If you play decently and you participate in team fights, you will create at least a significant source of damage, and basically you scare the shit out of enemy lah. And they simply have no chance against you when it's like Argus, Freya, Tigreal, all three storming the front lines, and then we have like the mage and the marksman at the back shooting at them. Yeah. So I think if you look at combi, the real reason for winning is obviously reason number one, we have marksman. But another reason is really because the enemy didn't take advantage of the opportunity to take lot when they can take lot. They were too scattered. We stick together quite a lot actually. The enemy were too scattered and they didn't take the opportunity to like ambush us together. Yeah. All of them like come one after another and it makes it easier for us to kill them. Yeah, I guess because we are losing, so we become very very careful when we play the game as compared to the enemy team lah. They were probably a bit more cocky because they had a very strong lead at the start of the game. Yeah, so it shows that even if you have a strong lead, but if you are not good at pushing, and if you don't pay careful attention to important objectives, you're going to lose the game. And at the same time, you have to pay attention to the fact that towards late game, you might lose your advantage. Although honestly, I feel at the late game, Jawhead, Dayrov, Lancelot, they still have a chance to do very well. It's just that I guess I don't know lah. Maybe it's just the way they played the game lor. Okay, so really very interesting epic comeback game.